What's up, everybody? So, sitting out here, nice little February afternoon in the swamp. Wanted to talk to everybody about tanks a lot. I know a lot of you guys have known me for a while. I've already been friends in real life and on Facebook and family with some of you guys. And this is something that I want to do, have been wanting to do, had everything in place to do back before the pandemic disrupted everything for everyone. Um, then things just kind of completely went sideways and everything changed. We got moved into this place out here in the swamp. And at one point, I had about 15 aquariums set up with nice little breeding pairs and had several different species of fish I was breeding. And that, like I said, that changed. Life changes sometimes. Changed for the better. We're here now. Got our nice little 10-acre spot of heaven with a creek about 150 yards that way. A river not too very far that way. In our nice little piece of Johnson County with all of our dogs and the kids and Rebecca and I. And over the last few years, I've been building guitars. It's something I love, playing bass. I mean, even though, unfortunately, the way life does throw curveballs at us, I'm not able to play bass like I used to. Got a couple of things going on here that disrupts what goes on between here and here. It's just a really simplified way of saying it. So, between that and back full of bone spurs and all kind of stuff. I mean, it's something I can sit around and do and play and, might maybe play a song or two just casually now. But I couldn't get up on stage and be able to play and perform like I used to years back. So I started building bases. Man, it's a great journey. Still a great journey. Even though it's something that became massively oversaturated during the course of the COVID years. Everybody's stuck inside with nothing to do. Excuse the heat pump just come on. Yes, it's hot in Georgia. Not hot. It's warm in Georgia. We'll get a little closer to the mic. Or we can even move around a little bit. Let's do that. So, where was I? Oh yeah, guitars. I'll still be building bass guitars, even though it's an oversaturated market. Like I said, it's something I love. It's something I do. Something I'm good at. So I'll keep doing that. But it's gotten to a point that it's more economically viable to downsize that a little bit. I don't need the whole big shop I had for that. So I'm going to get a little smaller shop. Move the CNC machine into it with the tools and such. Have it with I've got a little pole barn over here. I'm going to be able to incorporate that with it. so I can have a little shelter out of the sun where I can just move things in and out as I need them. Keep the CNC machine inside, wired up and everything, so it can run as needed. But all my other stuff, I mean, I can set up a little workbench out here in the breeze and do what I need to do. As far as woodworking and cutting and sanding and such stuff as that. Final assembly, I can set up inside the house there and do assembly and wiring and put them together. I mean, that doesn't take a whole lot of space. It doesn't. I mean, I did that on a little workbench when I was in the building. The building is just going to pull all the guitar building stuff out of there, set it up in a different building, something a little smaller, under a little lean-to. Then I'm going to plumb water to the 10 by 16 building I already have, and I'm going to turn it into a fish breeding facility, a fish room. Inside the house, I've already got a few tanks set up. We're going to add more in the house. I've got a few big tanks. I've got a couple of 75 gallons and a 200 gallon. We'll be setting one of those up inside. Going to put some racks in there with some tanks. And basically, Rebecca and myself and the Dude Club, we're going to piece by piece build ourselves a business doing aquascaping, selling aquarium fish, and breeding and raising what aquarium fish we possibly can. I've been keeping tanks of animals since I was a child. Started out, I mean, there was one point I had every non-venomous native species of snake that you could find and catch in my area, along with one venomous species. I had a cottonmouth. Had them all in tanks in my bedroom. I've had lizards. We've had frogs. One constant variable has always been fish tanks. Since I was a small child, I mean, we had fish tanks in my house growing up. My granddad had an old big cool fish tank with the chrome metal frame around it that he had it full of plants and snails and live bearers and some of the most beautiful guppies that you've ever seen, and endlers and all these different stuff, and had other little aquariums around. And it's just something I've always loved. I've always done. So now, because of some of the things here that has to do with this, and sometimes this will all short circuit and I'll just boop to the floor. Can't do electrical work like that. Can't climb ladders and crawl around attics and crawl around up under crawl spaces and stuff. I just can't do it. I can't even drive, really. It's not safe. So this is something I can do, and that we're all excited for here. The boys are excited for it. Rebecca's excited for it. Everybody I've talked to has been excited for it. You guys have already shown excitement for it. I've gotten messages already asking where we're at, what we're, asking questions already. People inquiring, people wanting to know. So maybe this video will help you guys understand what this is, what's going on, who this is. If you get this odd tanks a lot friend request, just because it's separated out, all completely self-contained, separated out. It's its own little thing. Anyway, So yeah, feel free to friend request us, share the page, share information, share everything. Um, it's going to be cool. Yeah, we're going to take you on the journey of how we build out the fish room, how we set everything up, how we set up the breeding of the fish, what we do to breed the fish. Um, we're going to set up a little greenhouse to grow aquarium plants with tanks and everything set up inside of it. Um, growing our own plants, growing and propagating plants and fish, and just it's time to grow. Growth is what 2025 is all about, and this is where we grow. So come join us. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for hanging in here. um, love you all. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.